Welcome in, everyone. Farmer Cup here. We're going to check out this beautiful UK base map for Farming Simulator 25 that just came out. Let's go ahead and check it out. Welcome in, everyone. This is Glenleathann. This is by Cavalier Roy and Monkey Show Modding. 699.82 megabytes to download for all platforms except for the Switch 2, at least currently. Yeah, there are 5 required mods, so nothing too crazy. I'm going to go ahead and read the description and then we'll get into it. It says, for most of your late teens, early 20s, you have been working on a farm helping your friend whose dad sadly passed away. And although you traded that life for the city almost a decade ago, you still often find yourself thinking back to those found days, working or wondering how your friend is getting on and if he managed to secure more land as he had wished to do. And although you had planned to drop in someday, you always found yourself had been pulled away for various reasons. After one evening sitting talking with your kids and hearing that they have no idea where things come from, you decide enough is enough. If the schools are not willing to educate your kids on simple things of where food comes from, then you will. I love this description. Upon arriving at the place you called home for all your childhood up until your mid 20s, you are taken aback by the scale of the land and the memories you have, the smell of the countryside, freshly cut grass, and fresh air. None of the smog you have been breathing in all these years in the city. You drive down the dirt road to your friends with a farm with a flurry of excitement, for you are home. You are back in Glenleathann. It says it has alien gems, cuttable hedges, allow you to expand and connect fields or open land up. I'll kind of show you what that means as we get in here. It's all the base game production spread across the map. The map is precision farming ready and uses a custom soil map. There are some forest areas spread around the map. All base game and DLC products can be sold at multiple outlets. 108 fields of all shapes and sizes. 5 farms for those who like to spread out or play multiplayer. Lots of paint options in the terrain paint tool. AI splines on main dirt roads. And Missy B's UK calendar. So, yeah, a lot going on. This is a returning map from Farming Simulator 22. I don't think it was on 19. I think it was just on 22. But it's nice to see it back. So, yeah. Take a look at the map here. There's quite a bit going on. Where are we at, actually, is a good question. I think we're over here. Are we over here? Yeah, we're right there. Okay, perfect. So starting farm area, you do have this chunk of land here, as well as these 5 fields. Field 26, 31, 32, 33, and 34. Plenty of space to expand, as you can see. Bigger fields. What are some big ones out here? That one's a little bit bigger. 5.44 hectares for 326. 5.7 for 341. That one may be a little bit bigger there. 5.99 for 359. And then some of the smaller fields, you know, like this guy right here, 57,000. That one's 64,000. So not too bad, not crazy bad field cost there for you. No added crop types. There's a custom crop calendar, as kind of mentioned, so just be aware of that. There's a large sheep barn and a cow barn feeding robot to start on the map. And then we do have contracts available, of course, including some forestry ones, and then contracts and fields we don't own. We do own the farm production to start off with, which is a required mod by Cavalier Roy. So you get a lot of stuff going on in there. And then on the map available to buy, you have the bakery, biogas plant, carpentry, cement factory, cereal factory, dairy, grain mill, grape processing plant, oil mill, preserved food factory, sawmill, spinnery, sugar mill, tailor shop, and that's everything. Which, again, just like it said in the description, it's got a lot of your just kind of required, or not required, base game kind of productions and stuff like that on there. So there you go. Starting equipment, if you start in new farm mode, you have an Agromaz plow, Albert bale spike, braid owl lime and fertilizer spreader. You have a Case IH 3020 Terraflex header. You have a Case IH axial flow harvester to go with that. A Deutz-Fahr 8280 TTV tractor. You have an Elo Scorpio stone collector. You have a Fleagle trailer, Great Plains cedar, a Goveel bale wrapper, a John Deere 663R front loader attachment. You also have a John Deere 6R 145, a John Deere 980 cultivator, a Chronovaria pack round baler. You have a header trailer. You have a Samaz front and rear mower setup there, a really good set of mowers actually. And you can also see too, all the working hours are very varied on here. It's definitely a working farm that's been existing for a while, which is kind of cool. You have a Samaz tedder. You also have a Samaz windrower, and that is everything. So all the starting equipment you could possibly need. We're over here at the shop to start off with. So you have the store trigger right there. I'm assuming the repair trigger's just around the corner. Theoretically. Maybe behind the building. I'll find it. Yeah, back here behind the building. Oh, and you can get out that way to the main road as well. So you can just drive around back into here. So that's kind of convenient. And then across the way here, we have the grocery mart sell point. If I go back to the map, we'll zoom in a little bit here. So, yep, supermarket, sorry. It's called the grocery mart there, but it's the supermarket sell point. Just be aware of that. And then right here is kind of the dirt road that takes us kind of back to our area. So we'll come across here and see what we got going on. I got some deer. Look at that. That's just very picturesque. You walk up in here, got some deer chilling. There, they weren't worried about us for a long time. And then these hedges, yeah, you can cut these out. So anytime you see hedges like this, you should be able to find posts like that in there. And then if you, as long as you own the land, you come here with a chainsaw and you cut that down and it'll remove this section of the hedges. Not the whole thing. It'll remove that little section where the log is. You could remove the whole thing by cutting them all, but yeah, it kind of allows you to get some good customization and things like that going. But yeah, here we are on the farm. This is our animal barn with feeding grow pot. We can put up to 2,120 cows in there. We have none in there to start. Little storage area there. We got a fuel trigger. We got a bale and pallet storage. Nothing in it right now. And over here we have a Karma 16, which you can put seeds or mineral feed into. You have a farm cell there. You got a manure, what is it called? Manure heap. There we go. Words are hard. Here's where you're going to feed your cows via your cow feeding robot there. And then over here, open this up. This is your large sheep barn. Also no sheep in it or anything like that right now, but you can put up to 300 in here if you'd like to, which is kind of nifty. This guy up so I can get through. There you go. That goes out to the grass fields there. Got some more things stored here. We loop back this way. We'll go down there in a second. We've got some more of our vehicles and equipment stored there. And then more stuff stored along here. We're going to loop around to where I said we'd go in a second. We have a fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, or herbicide tank there. And then we have a solid fertilizer tank there. So we have pretty much everything we need. Big here, kind of bulk storage hall with a harvester in it. This is we got a sleep trigger, wardrobe trigger here with our farmhouse. Then here's our farm production. That's the required mod where we own the farm production to start. And then I think this is another shed over here. Didn't think I was going to make it through. Yep. You get your braid all in there as well. So there you go. That is the starting farm. What I'd like to do, I think, is probably drive around a little bit. I think that would be ideal. So let's go ahead and purchase ourselves something to drive around. Maybe we'll do, I don't know, I haven't used the pickup 2017 a little bit. I just try to randomly kind of change it up a little bit. So here we go. Let's go ahead and drive around a bit. Back out kind of where we started at the vehicle shop. We're going to head out this way, and I think we're going to go, the map is kind of a loop in some senses, so we're going to come out, we're going to go right, go down, maybe check out that, come up a little bit, head out this way. And once we get down here, I think we'll hit the rest with a flyover. There are other farms on the map. I'll buy those once we get done with what we're doing, just so you guys can kind of see what's on those as well. Oh, that's right, we're in the UK. Gosh darn it. Try to the other side. Try to the other side. All right, let's go through here. We'll take a right here. Up this way. Nice town area, a lot of stuff going on. It's great. On the right-hand side here, we have the grape processing plant. You have a tailor shop right there. You have a fuel point. On the right-hand side here, we have the soup factory. Head up this way. Keep going. Yeah, nice little kind of village area. Some housing and things like that. You can access some of the yards, too, if you wanted to go in there for, like, roleplay purposes. Spinnery sell point right here, but I believe it also functions as a production. Yeah, you can buy it as a production. It's just marked as a sell point. And then down here at the bottom, we have the sawmill, the cement factory, and the biomass heating plant, which we'll go drive by those. We'll come up a touch. Yeah, it's really well done. Here's all those productions over here. Got sawmill, biomass heating plant, then the cement factory there. All right, we'll head out, and then we're going to go just up this way a little bit. Take a right here. This will take us across the bottom of the map now. And you should be able to kind of drive through the hedges until you hit one of those stumps that's in there. But I think you can go in between them. Maybe I'm wrong, actually, about some of them. The other ones didn't seem to have a collision. No, you can't. Can I walk through them? No, I can't. Okay, so the one on the farm you could, looks like you could walk through. But yeah, and again, you can cut all those down. So if you don't like the hedges being on there, they're very easy to get removed. You just go along with a chainsaw or T-Rex. There's the the T-Rex or the Trex mod that goes through and just you can just kind of demolish all those things, clear them out, kind of make the map your own, and you can do that in between the fields too. So if you wanted to make a couple of bigger fields, very customizable, which I like that. So you're not kind of locked into what the map's all about. You know, you can kind of change it up a little bit. Probably another farm here to the left, but again, we'll take a look at those later on. Right hand side here, we got looks like the dairy point. Looks like a Polish dairy. And up here on the right, what do we got going on? Got the bakery up here on the right. Very busy bakery. A lot must be very good. A lot of people are parked in there. Here we got the sugar mill. We head down, we got a few other productions down here in this bottom corner. Yeah, the productions I like too, that they're just kind of scattered a little bit. They're not all in just like one location. You don't have like, oh, here's the industrial district. Oh, I should have gone in there. That's my bad. Let's back up. Back her on up. All right. In here, cereal factory. What is this one? Is this potato processing, or is it? Do we just have the oil mill? Okay, we just have the oil mill. That's just. What is that building then? Is that part of the cereal factory? No, I think it's part of the oil mill. Oh yeah, you can't go back there. It's like, what is that building then? But yeah, okay. So this is the oil mill. Interesting how they did that. I kind of dig that. All right, let's go into flight mode. So before we get too far here, actually, let's go ahead and let's put all the farmland to us. Might, oh, there's not more than 200. There we go. Okay. So owning all the farmland, what kind of pops up? You have this farm here. Again, you have all the same kind of amenities. You got except you got different kind of animal pens. This one is a chicken pen as well as the cows and the sheep over here. And then again, you got like bale and pallet storages and things like that, farmhouses. So multiplayer you could definitely do on this map. Down your bottom corner, this one has horses, sheep, chickens, pigs, and cows. So you got everything going on down there just about. And then over here, this one has pigs, cows, and chickens on it. And then again, you got all the other similar amenities. Let's see, up here in the corner, this one just has cows on it. So you got a nice little cow farm up there. That's the animal dealer there. Should be another farm. Is there another farm? No, maybe that was all of them that I noticed. Yeah, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 farms if you include the starting farm. So there you go. But okay, we're gonna keep going. Beautiful countryside. Just looks absolutely beautiful from above. Absolutely beautiful. There's one of the farms there. And over here we have the BGA. It looks like maybe a farmer's market sell point. What it kind of looks like over here. Yep, farmer's market, BGA. So you got those set for you there. It's interesting that, that's fine, you can autosave game. It's interesting that that's the image that's in there for the farmer's market. That kind of cracks me up. I don't know, maybe they ship it overseas, you never know. And then here's kind of the cow farm up here in the corner. The edge of the map is really well done, to be honest, as well. Animal dealer here. Kind of makes it feel and look like you can keep going past it. Up here on the top, we have, well, down there's the grain mill. And then over here we have, what production is that? I'm not recognizing that one off the top of my head. Carpentry, okay. Might be a different building than they normally use. And then we're back over here, starting farm area right here. There's a good aerial perspective for you. Then you have the supermarket and the vehicle shop right there. Nice little country the road here with all the houses out and about on it. Yeah. Then we get down here where the sawmill's at, and then we kind of curve back over to where we were. But yeah, it's really lovely. Really good map. So there you go. I think that's what I got for you guys, though. That is Glenleathann. If I'm probably pronouncing wrong, but it is what it is. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.